Hey, it's Larry Martin with my friend Larry Fontaine, and he does some mortgages. And we've been working with some investors. We have a really great program for 5+ units. Tell us all about it.
Good. That's great program. Basically, it's a 5 to 10 unit is
Okay.
what the ballpark is at the end of it. It's a DSCR loan, so it's an investment property loan where basically you are looking at the cash flow of the property versus tax returns or income tax for borrowers. So it allows investors to get into properties without having to do a bunch of paperwork as far as tax returns and W-2s, pay stubs. We don't need any of that stuff. We're just going off the rent roll, and then basically 75% LTV, so 25% down, and then we're looking for cash flow on the property.
Okay. Larry, so typically how long does it take to close on a property like that?
Good question. That's a lot of it depends because on a 1 to 4, you're doing a single family rental. You're still doing a normal appraisal. On a 5 to 10, it's a commercial appraisal, so it's actually more expensive. Like
Okay.
it's like 1,500, let's say,
Uh-huh.
to $4,000 can be, depending on how many units it is,
Mhm.
and the area. So they usually take, or they can take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to get done, just depending on how busy
Mhm.
those type of appraisers are.
Mhm.
So, and it's done off of like a 1 to 4 appraisal is done off of comps, right?
Okay.
On a 5+, it's done off of cash flow.
Okay.
So the rent roll is really what helps the
Okay.
value of the property. It's not so much on what has been sold in the last
Okay.
6 months or 12 months.
Okay.
So it's kind of a unique spot there.
Perfect. Let's just say that I'm out showing an investor a property and it's an apartment complex or, that falls in that category.
Yeah.
Would I have you work it up so we know how the exact payments and everything would work?
Yeah, we can look at we can look at it for some estimates on um, based off of what they're telling you the rent roll is.
Uh-huh.
We can look at that for basically what the debt service ratio is, because what we
Okay.
want to on the 5+, you want to see a 1.15 or higher DSCR to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on a 1 to 4 unit, a DSCR is 1 to 1. So if it's 2,000 in rent, the mortgage payment PITI is 2,000. That's a 1 to 1 ratio. On
Okay.
a 5 to 10, you want 1.15 or better.
Okay.
So for it to qualify.
Mhm.
So it's a little bit different calculation on it, a little bit more because there's more units and stuff to figure out. But yeah, that's basically what it's qualified off of.
If somebody wanted to get started on buying a couple of these properties, what is their first step?
First steps to look. Anytime you want to buy something, you always want to have credit looked at, to determine, what level of down payment you need. That's the
Okay.
beginning, So from there, you can determine if it's a qualified borrower for an investment property, if they're experienced, and then from there they'll determine like the how much down payment they're going to need. So it's really just boils down to if credit's good enough and you have the down payment and some reserves, the purchase price is just reflected based on the debt service and then how much money you got available to you.
Sounds good. Well, if you're thinking about buying an investment property, you just want to get started, give us a call and I'll get you in touch with Larry. Have a great day.
Thank you.